This is your host Steve from the back, and this video I kind of wanted to talk about some really, I know this is going to sound cliche, but I wanted to talk about toxic behaviors that sometimes you see amongst people, and not just toxic behaviors that you see amongst people like that they do to themselves, but toxic things that sometimes you see people do to other people, right? And it's kind of funny. It's funny to me, honestly, and it's kind of comical, right? So you ever ran into a person to where like this person may have like low self-esteem, also when coupled with not just low self-esteem, but coupled with what's the word, lack of motivation. So it tends to be kind of a self-defeating cycle. Like it's like they have low self-esteem, but then they have low to no motivation to change things. But then people that are around them have the same issues, and instead of people around them pushing them that they would strive to improve themselves, the people around them take advantage of them, which also just adds to the lower self-esteem, leads to the person doubting themselves, and then also, while they're being taken advantage of, they are also enabling the behaviors of those that are around them, and the people that they choose to be around, they don't what's the word, they don't branch out further than that because they want to feel comfortable in that state. So it's a horrible cycle. And this even happens in like relationships with people sometimes. Like it could be a girl, and I'm just only using this example because it tends to be the girl is usually this person. The girl could be, let's say, someone that is maybe like overweight or something, right? And they know they have like a food addiction, right? And let's say their boyfriend really does a lot of stuff that they really should not be doing, has no business doing. Could be verbally abusive, could be physically abusive, could be both. And let's say this girl, it's like instead of really solving the problem, he'll do something like he'll stick a friggin' a cupcake in her mouth, like basically to shut her up. And it's like wait a minute, well, shouldn't this issue be seriously addressed? Shouldn't this issue be like stressed? Shouldn't there be a big cataclysmic fight or something to maybe get deep down to the roots of like what is really going on, and people should bring their faults in front of them, and then like either change it or maybe separate or something. But instead, let's say like people self-medicate with like drugs and food. And I say food because it's often food more than drugs, because people tend to gravitate towards food more than drugs, I guess. And it'll be like they use food as a drug. So instead of saying like, wait a minute, and then there's layers to this. Sometimes even like, let's say the girl is very unhealthy, but the man does not really push for his own health and well-being so much himself. But then at the same time, he really doesn't want to push her. He doesn't want to push her to be more healthy, to get more fit, to lose weight, to function better. And then at the same time, he's not giving her any motivation to. In fact, sometimes he's reinforcing it because maybe, let's just keep it real, maybe he just simply likes his women really fat. And see, I'm a guy where I'm not bashing on women because I tend to like women on the bigger side, but by no means do I prefer a woman to be like a huge blob, if that makes sense to you. Okay, so but then there are some guys out there that they're attracted to that physically, but then they don't really understand how some women, it just doesn't really, they're physically handicapped at that point. They're it's like, and it's kind of weird, like you like women that big anyway is just a novelty anyway. It's already a novelty. I'm not saying it's wrong. It's just it's already fucking weird. So I'm saying, what I'm saying is, you see a lot of people, you see people that get into these cycles, right? They get into cycles. In these cycles, the scary thing about these cycles for them is that the cycle feeds its own self. It's almost like a perfect storm, but it is sustaining itself by the virtue of aspects of it maintaining its own self. That's dangerous, man. That's really actually deadly. That's like what you want if you want to destroy something. That's what you're like if you're trying to like destroy anything. That's kind of like exactly, it's like a recipe. It's for disaster, and the only person that benefits from that is maybe, I don't know, like your worst enemy or something. So I'm talking about this because this channel is about, to a degree, it's not all about it, but it's a lot of times I try to tell people things that will like make them stronger, that will improve their life, and make them better. And I tell people these things because these are things that like everyone can do. They're things that I do, and they're things that it doesn't necessarily even mean that you're gonna like become wealthy from this advice. It doesn't mean that, but it does mean that you could improve your psyche though. Because a lot of people are like terrified to change small things and to do certain things because simply they're terrified. So instead, like I said, they would rather live in a repetitive cycle of self-destruction and self-degradation, and then it's like literally to the point where they settle for garbage, or they take crap, and then they are actually, what's the word, now that they've taken the crap, they start to become what they not, maybe not hate, but they start to become like the things that are unhealthy for them. And I'm not talking just about food. I'm talking about, people that you surround yourself with. But or some people that are in relationships with people and things. And it's just the honest truth is I'm a cold motherfucker and I don't give two fucks. That's the honest truth. I mean, the truth is I don't give a shit. Okay, there's few, I'm not saying that about everyone. There's many people that I do care, but, well, not many. There's some people, that's a better word. There's some people that I care, but many people I don't give two fucks about. Because when you put yourself in dumb situations, you put yourself in a dumb situation. But what I'm saying is, for those that want to bring themselves up out of trash, this is a thing that you may want to consider. So, this is a short rant. It's a weird rant. I don't know. Maybe some people don't understand what I'm saying, but think about what I'm saying. Think about what I said. Think like, do you even, if you don't even have any of this, like, thankfully I don't have any of this type of bullshit in my life, and never really did. But I see it in a lot of other people. So I'm just speaking on it because this is just a subject I chose to rant on today. So like, comment, and sub. This is Steve's Art and Fun channel. This will be in rants, and this is your host, Steve from the back. Like, comment, and sub. Have a nice day.